Hello, everybody. Ryan Carpenter here with No BS Golf, presented to you by P45 Knuckle Down Golf. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Well, turns out the other recording about the outerwear and rain suit stuff did not have any sound attached to it. So learning this the hard way, I guess. Hopefully, it's working. It said it was working this time. Hope y'all are actually hearing something. And I'm going to do round two. And I'll do a kind of I guess, briefer, if you will, version. But anyhow, start out with a little more. Today's kind of fun versus the other day. We were just coming into the week, but now we're here. We got the live, playing thing, finishing up a playoff 2-for-1, McGuire and Snyder Jans. And no surprise there. Both them players are young up and comers, and Q School going on, which is always fun. Well, not fun for the players. We had a 61 Corey Sean, and I'll tell you what, under that kind of condition and situation you're playing in, that's no joke. That it's. I can remember back in the day where Q School, you get by throwing down like just even par for the week, and you might be having the best week of everybody. So being able to do that and throw down a 61 in round one is that's a task. That is a task. Warinsky, we got Lanto in there, Musselman, McCormick, Tarn's right there, but he's kind of far back at this point, and the rest of them are going to have to shoot 61 if they even want to sniff getting into that realm. So and just not a surprise. There's a lot of, you always got to, you want to understand golf, especially competitive high level golf. You got to see the whole scoreboard, not just these top two players. We got guys that unfortunately at plus 10 and plus 11. Okay. Think about that. Plus 10, plus 11, and they're trying to get onto the PGA Tour. So it's not always 61s out there. I can tell you that right now. And very few actually pay attention to the whole equation. So, and it's important to, though, because if you went to watch them play yesterday, that guy that had that plus 11, that you'd have been like, wait, that guy's trying to play on the tour? Like, you can't play on the tour like that. Like, well, yes, you can. In fact, it's when you get cut and go home. Anyhow, Grant Thornton Invitational also. And that is today, I believe. Yes, we're getting started today. So, early. I'm surprised how early they're going to go. 9 a.m. I would have thought they'd have tried to throw this into a primetime situation more. So I don't know. Early coverage. Lots of golf morning. Hey, it's freezing out there, right? Oh, it's so cold. Not back in Chiefs country. Sorry. This would be a decent day back home. But anyways, yeah, no, it's cold. And so perfect day. Get on down to the Golf Pub, www.thegolfpub.com. Book your time online right now. Don't worry. Don't sit at home. Don't be doing nothing today. You can't go to the club and play because it's too cold. You can go play any golf course in the world right now up at the pub. You can go work on your game. Heck, we can set up a demo lesson. You want to meet me up there in a little while? I'll find a way to come meet with you, and we'll go through this process and help you understand how does this work? How am I going to get better? Okay. And now's the time to do it because the lesson sells. So we've been through that over and over again. Time to let that one go at this stage pretty much. Anyways, but it is coming up soon. It'll be done soon. So now's the time. 50% off evaluation lessons, up to 40% off total. Some lesson packages, but that are already discounted anyway. So huge savings. I've got a player wanting to get everything for 2025. So he's going to get 60 total lessons and put them on the books and have them ready to go. So that's the way to do it if you can. So that's the whole idea. But all right, we're going to get back on topic because apparently, I don't know what happened. So the main thing that I talked about the other day. So in the world of golf, there's a lot of things that honestly are crap, to be honest. But then there's actually some things that are really good, and I also call them worth the investment, worth the buy. So one would be like the it's trying to load up. In fact, the Garmin watches that have all the information and the course and the touch screen and all. Big spend, no doubt about it. And I know everybody said, well, I don't like playing. Like, trust me, just wear it every day. And after about 2 months, you don't even know it's there anymore. I got over that real fast. I was kind of one of those like, man, I don't want to have nothing on my hands, and it went away really quick. But it's because this thing is so handy. Now I do have an option for you. If you're the not watch guy, there is another cool version of a GPS system out there that's great. But here's the thing: everybody, like, I want my laser finder. No, laser finders are a joke. I wouldn't ever. I gave up laser finders 15 years ago because GPS is the way to go. Anyways, so of the many things, one of the others is what we call the tour level rain suit, weather jacket, pants, whatever you want to call them. There's a huge difference out there in the world of golf. There's a bunch of crap, like they're just basic kind of simple jacket. Like this is a simple just jacket. Yeah, it might shed a little rain or nothing, but this is more for fun. It ain't a performance truly wear by. So in the golf world, if you play enough all year round, different conditions around the country, so on and so, you're going to find yourself in a position where you have to play in like the rain or a little cold weather. And so how's the best way to go about that? Well, I pretty much take this with me almost every day of the course. I've had my current rain suit, weather suit, whatever you want to call it. I've had it about 20 years roughly, give or take. I don't remember now. Anyways, but the key is it's still in great condition. I don't even need to get rid of it. I can keep wearing it probably another 10, 15 years. I don't even know. But anyways, my current one made by a company called Zero Restriction, and they were one of the best by far who made tour suits. And everything about it is you got to understand. You got to go actually understand it and look at it and realize what it is. There's so many details that they put into this stuff. And I'm going to go over the new suit here in a minute, and I'll kind of outline it. But they're not just making a pair of pants. They're not just making a jacket. They're thinking about, okay, throughout that entire round that you're playing in, what are all the things that you're facing? What are all the different variables? We want it to be not only effective against elements like rain, warm, but it's got to be wearable. It's got to be playable. Swing a club, get around the course, So throughout the day, when you're interacting with all these conditions, you got umbrellas and towels. Man, you're just doing everything you can to try to stay as damn dry as you can. The last thing you want to do is have some funky jackety thingy that's getting in the damn way. And so that's where this all comes from. The new, and if you haven't heard, I'm sure, I guess it's possible, not everybody. I'm gonna fire up this Grant Thornton here. Tiger has a new line out. And I'm fine. I know some are like, oh, I don't like it. Well, that's okay. That's regardless of the point. Like it, don't like it. That's up to you. Congratulations. We all get to make that choice. But one of the things that I do love about his new line is, and not to my surprise, he came up with his own line, or within the line, he came up with his own, tour level jacket pant combo option. So I went ahead and picked it up to replace my old, because I do love the new line. First of all, I think it's cool. And if you go and read how Sunday Red came about, you'll actually understand about it. But anyways, regardless of that, that's fine. Haters hate. Go for it. These things are amazing. Okay. So I got the half sleeve because I don't care about, first of all, well, to me, it's not cold out here. But anyways, it's performance based. And so all the way around, every bit of stitching in these things has detail to where the stitching is covered and waterproofed. Okay. The everything in and around the zippering as well is full, complete waterproofing design. Okay. Back pocket for the scoring here. And I'd gotten the pants out too. Look, you can go read about it. I don't need to go through every detail. The point is this: not only is this jacket amazingly warm and the pants, and everything's waterproof. You could pour water on this for an hour and it wouldn't go through. It's got adjustability, so you can custom make it to fit you just right, so you can swing and not feel like you got flaps in the wind, right? You felt that sometimes. You swing with a terrible jacket and it's swinging all around me, damn it, and stuff like that. So Same with the pants, the liners, the adjustments, the button, the double pockets, everything about this stuff is designed to make sure that the last thing you got to worry about is your weather protection. That you can put aside. You know that it is no problem. And the good part about Tiger's version, he's got this special material. It's actually pretty dang warm, to be honest. It ain't very thick because it can't be, but I'll tell you what, it is a warmer jacket and pant than the traditional zero restriction Gore-Tex version. So I don't know what it is, but I'll tell you what, I've worn it about 8 or 9 times now, and I absolutely love it. So the pants, the good thing about, tour pants, you go out on a day, and again, I was having this discussion yesterday. I just take them, I load them in the car every day. I don't even think about it. And because you never know what you're going to face throughout the day. And when you have long days, you might have a good start to the day and a crappy end of the day, or vice versa, So if you start the day with rain, you got your pants on. The nice part is there's this large zipper that goes up to the upper calf knee area. Zip, zip, boom, shed the pants are gone in seconds, and there's no problem. No changing shoes, taking them off in the middle of the fairway. None of that. You just 2 zips and gone. Fold them away, put them in your bag. So it is a well worth purchase by far, even though it's a very expensive purchase. Now, that being said, you don't have to go to the Tiger level. I mean, his is obviously a more extreme because he's selling a brand and a new name to make that investment work possible. But if anything, do your homework and don't be fooled. Here's the other thing. I did say this the other day, I remember. There's a whole lot of tricks getting played in the marketing world. If you're not up to speed on this yet, you need to pay attention. So there's a lot of stuff out there that'll be like water repellent, water resistant. Tricky words, little tricky words there. Waterproof is what matters. Same with shoes, by the way. You got to get you some real leather, actual, properly put together, waterproofed shoes. Otherwise, you can have a bad day. And so you got to be careful what you go with, because there is unfortunately a lot of crap out there versus this good stuff. And the good stuff, this is one of the very distinct items where I will say it's well worth to spending up. Because not only is it good, but it's actually going to last you forever. That's the more important part. This stuff will last. I mean, take care of it. You can't, destroy it, but yeah, it'll last, a lifetime, which is fantastic. So, other things are like, good watch, GPS system of some type. Oh, the other GPS, it's called, you can go look it up. I think it's still called Voice Caddy, and it's a voice activated system. So you have a little clip thing and it hears you, and then you can say yardage. And I think that's how it worked. Anyway, I'd have to go look. I haven't seen them in a long time, but you basically say something and it says, 252 to green, something like that. So go look it up. There's a whole website. But there's lots of options. Most important thing is GPS is worth the spend. Them laser things, they got plenty of problems. You can't even use the slope. Well, you can, cheap, but technically you're not allowed to. It's illegal. Without the slope, it's basically a pointless device, and they're not very accurate. So, there's that. Anyways, I know y'all love your little, fine. Go have fun. Enjoy. It's a free country. Have fun. What else? So, been a fun week with teaching and whatnot. We had, I think probably today, or not today, but this week alone, I think I probably encountered at least 20 different things where, as a student and I were discussing stuff, going through our lessons. This is why I don't do timed lessons, because you don't know how many things you're going to have to cover. I had a 3-hour lesson the other day. No, we didn't work on 19 different things. We worked on one thing in the golf swing. We did it effectively and repetitively and correctly and covered all the questions and made sure the player understood and got the right feedback and all the things that are necessary. And then we started to venture off into other topics and things and areas, and just some of it was just chatting, to be honest, because that's important. You shouldn't have a time limit on a lesson time, in my opinion. And I have a reason why. I've been on the other side of the coin where I had to run from every 30 minutes to another lesson. It's a terrible way of doing business, unfortunately. But sometimes it pays the bills. 20 different scenarios where we encountered, however, things that, player like, wait, what? I always thought, I'm like, yeah, I understand. This go back and watch my story of P45 Knuckle Down Golf, the name of the business and how it came about. I was in the same shoes. I grew up with a whole lot of, well, they told me. I come to find out later, doing my own research, they told me crap, BS. And so I started saying, well, if the people that I'm supposed to be getting information from are giving me bad information, I better go figure this out on my own. And that's how I got started. And that's how I got to where I am today. And, so like I said, we encountered probably 20 different things throughout the week this week that we had to correct the information. And this is common, quote unquote, information out there. It's floating around all over the place on the webs, that's for sure. And it is absolutely something that goes player to player all day long on ranges and golf courses. And it's just destroying golf from a development standpoint. Now, again, so I had this conversation yesterday too. So who's playing the game right out there when it comes to the amateur level? Well, it depends. There's lots of people. And what do I mean by that? Oh, by the way, Ollie Schneiderjans, he just took that spot on Live, by the way. So there we go. We see that young fella out there next year. There is no, so you've probably heard, there's no one way to play the game. That's true. There's not one way to play the game or hit the ball. That is correct. There is the most effective way to hit the golf ball. And it doesn't mean an exact movement. It means how we're hitting the ball, how we're moving and doing things that allow the ball to go forward, right? That much is true. Doesn't mean it's all the same for every player. Like identical wise, but similar for sure. So that's why the evaluation and lesson is so important. And until you do that, you ain't gonna know what I'm talking about. Second, playing a game of golf. Well, everybody uses typically a number to be the decider of how you play this game, and that's absolute garbage. And I'm sick and tired of hearing this crap over and over again from people that think they know what they think they know, and it's a whole lot of BS. You can have a group of fellas out there playing this weekend for some friends, buddies, having some beers, just hitting the ball, and they all couldn't break 120 if they tried. And you're going to have some a-hole out here that's going to say, those guys ain't playing the game right. I got news for you. Hey, four fellas over there, can I ask you a question real quick? Y'all having fun? Yeah, we enjoy it out here. Nice. Is there anything wrong? Is there anything missing? Is there anything you want to do you can't do when you're out there playing? Nah, we're fine. We like how we played right now. We're having fun. And not really. Great. You're doing it right. You're having fun. You're not complaining. You're not moaning and groaning and throwing a fit and pissing all over every place because something ain't going right for you. Drinking some beers, hanging out with your buds on the weekend. On a beautiful golf course, for crying out loud. They're doing it 100% correct. That's how you're supposed to play the game. Now, you're going to get a bunch of haters that come in here. Well, they won't watch probably, but that ain't right. You got to try to get down to the 70s and shoot your best. No, you do not. That is not correct. That is competitive level playing of golf. That is, I have to go try to beat somebody to play golf. If you're having fun, enjoying your time with others who you want to enjoy your time with, and you don't have any problems, You're playing the game 100% correctly. And anybody who says different can go jump off a effing cliff because it's crap. Now, if you're out there, on the other hand, this is the other side of the coin, and you're shooting whatever, let's say 83, and about every shot and everything you do throughout the day is a complaint, a moan, a groan, a pissy mood, you're doing 100% wrong. That's for damn sure. Because I got news for you. If you're doing that, then my next question is, why ain't you doing something about it to fix it then? And why is it you are insistent on making everybody around you miserable? I've seen it. There are fellas that played in the groups. I worked at the country clubs for, 13, whatever it was, 12, whatever it was. I don't remember. Many, many years. And I saw within certain groups where somebody became, so unglued so many times, they finally said, you're not playing with us no more. I don't blame them. I'd be like, I don't want to be around you either. So, there's a famous story about Butch Harmon. I'll try to finish with that. We're pretty long here. Butch Harmon, young kid, teenager, pretty good player already though. Obviously his dad, well, if you don't know the Harmon family, anyways, his dad is a legend in the golf business, and he out playing one tournament one day. And his dad knows all the other pros because they all work at different clubs and whatever. And he's somewhere out on the course and bad shot, throws a golf club and having a fit. The pro happens to see it, didn't say anything to him. So, waits till later in the day and goes home. And what happens? Well, he gets home and old Mr. Harmon, Claude, is in the living room watching the PGA Tour of it. Nicholas up on the screen, walks in the door, says, "Hey, Butch, come here. So I got word that you kind of had a little tantrum and threw a golf club on the golf board." Oh, crap. Yes. He said, "Well, okay." He said, "You see that guy on the screen there?" "Yeah, Nicholas. Yeah, of course. I know. Yeah, I know who that is. Yeah, of course." Now that guy, I'll tell you what, he's put in enough time that I don't think he would. But if he wants to get angry and upset and mad, he's earned the right to at least do it because he's put in more effort and time than almost anybody who's ever played this game. Now, I've got a question for you. Have you put in the kind of time and effort that he has to have better expectations than old Mr. Nicholas here? No, sir. All right. Well, here's all I'm going to say. You do not have the right to go out there and throw a tantrum and your golf clubs and pissy, wissy, woo attitude and all that other crap. You do not have the right to do that because you haven't earned it yet. So I got news for everybody out there as well. It's free country. You can do it if you want to. We're not going to tell you can. But I'm going to tell you straight from the mouth of one of the greatest teaching pros to ever walk the face of the earth. You ain't earned it. And nobody wants to hear it. And all it does is cause problems around you, even though you don't realize it. So stop. And on top of it, if you're going to feel like you need to have that right to be able to complain, then you better darn well get started and go do something about it. Because I will challenge you right now. Come in and you tell me all these things. I'm gonna get your swing. I'm going to look at it. I'm going to show it to you. And then I'm going to tell you what's going on. And I've done it. I've evaluated easily, I don't even know, over 20,000 amateur golf swings now. I know what the ball does from all the different swings that exist out there. So you can tell me a whole lot of stuff. And then once I see it, I'm going to tell you what I see. And then we can go from there. But I challenge you to come in and actually get a real assessment. That's really all it is. We're just trying to assess what's going on. Or go be the group of guys, the 130 shooters that having fun drinking beers with their boys and couldn't care less if they lose 9 balls. It doesn't matter a damn bit to them. Okay? I mean, it probably doesn't matter, but they ain't having no hissy fits about it like little children out there. That's the more important part. So, anyhow, we'll end on that for the most part. These are just things that the game of golf, there's so much to it. And watching all these professionals play, it's there's more to the lessons than just how to swing that stick a little bit here and there. There's way more to it than that. And for the rest of y'all that have the more appropriate mindset, especially the ones that are really wanting to maybe learn, right? I've got a process that I've been using for a very long time, and nobody's guaranteed to shoot tour level. I've been working on it my whole life. I never established that level of play. That's incredibly hard. But we can get you way, way down the road and way the heck better than you are right now. I can tell you that if you haven't achieved that level of play. And it all comes down to this. Can you sit down and tell yourself that you are playing the game the way you want to? And if you can say yes, then you're doing it right. You don't need no help. You don't need lessons. You don't need nothing. If you say, well, I sure would like to blah, 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 now's the time to find out. And we can get you a custom plan put in place. That's what day one's all about. The evaluation lesson will help you understand what needs to take place, how it's going to work, so on and so forth. And then at that point, you get to make a choice. And if you make the choice now, it's a better time to do it because we got the extra up to 40% off pricing available. Makes a huge difference. So yeah, anyways, rain suits, totally worth it. GPS, totally worth it. Good shoes, totally worth it. Equipment's a debate that we can do a whole nother show on that one if you want me to go on about discussing equipment and when and how the investment makes sense versus when it maybe doesn't, because there are times it's a mixed bag. It's a very, very large topic and would take easily 30 minutes or more to go through. So all right, well, if you hung on this long, thank you. I appreciate it. Like, subscribe, share, all the good stuff. Please do. Helps me out. Hopefully I can keep helping you, students. Thank you very much, by the way. You guys have been amazing this year. You have turned this into a I'm looking at the 10-year process now of building this business. So in 10 years, I'm going to have something for you, hopefully, that will absolutely blow your brains out. So thank you, because you're the ones that are with me right now. You're the ones making this possible, and we've got some really cool plans coming in the future. Same with my partners, the golf pub. Thank you to those guys, providing the facility that we need to do this the right way. Can't begin to explain how important that is. And so everybody else, hopefully come on down and learn and take a chance and see what this is all about. Talk to some of my students if you want to. You'll find out. They'll tell you. Hopefully we'll see you someday. Now's the time to do it. The lesson sale's on. www.p45knuckledowngolf.com, and on the Twitter at P45KDG, Facebook, so on and so forth. Find me, like, share, subscribe, comments, whatever you want. Let's talk. You let me know if you want to come on the program. Let's have a little chit chat. We'll do our own little chit chat right here on the YouTube if you want. I know most people don't want to do it, so whatever. I'm fine with it. Anyhow, everybody take care. For now, Ryan Carpenter, P45 Knuckle Down Golf. Take care, folks.